All right, I'd like to welcome everyone to a new episode of S.I.T.E. Today we'll be featuring music by Aubrey Burchell and her dad. They're both from PA. I definitely want to welcome them in. And before we get going with everything for the show tonight, just discussion with them and listen to music from them, here's one of Aubrey's original songs called Fate, right here.
A healthy breath in what I became, babe. We're falling in love was so hard, with you it's easy. Where did you come from? Who let you in, babe? I can thank God for you, thank God. Well, everything happens for a reason. That's what we always say. The past is the past, even though it hurts. Well, I've been lied to, and life beat you down. We got back up, and you are mine. It's heaven on earth, yeah, for what it's worth. Let's stay apart. Now every dream I dream includes your hand in mine. You're everything I want and need. The stars have aligned so high I could fly. Never thought I'd be on my feet again, but here you are. La, da, 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 da. Sure, I have goals, and you know I'm scared, babe. We never fail to haunt me when I'm happy. But for you, babe, I'll be your light in the dark, be your fighter when it's hard. I'll wipe your tears, you are severe. 'Cause everything happens for a reason. That's what we always say. The past is the past, even though it hurts. Well, I've been lied to, and life beat you down. We got back up, and you are mine. It's heaven on earth, yeah, for what it's worth. Listen up now, hear me out. I'm where I belong without a doubt. Listen up now, look at the stars, the constellations, there are destiny, you and me. It's on. 'Cause you are mine. Must place a heaven on the side, divine. Now every dream I dream includes your hand in mine. You're everything I want and need. The stars have aligned. Well, I'm so high that I'm flying. I'm back on my feet. 'Cause here you are.
All right, that was a great song, Aubrey. How y'all been doing? You been doing good? I don't think his mic is coming in very good. Your mic is not coming in. Hers comes in good. That's okay. You might turn both of them up just a hair. There we go. Is that any better? Any better? It's an improvement. Uh, what I what I like to get into here is always the Fate is one of my favorite songs. I've played it quite a bit and enjoyed it a lot. Where'd y'all come up with it? Did y'all write it or somebody else write that song?
Well, I wrote the music. No, sorry. This guy wrote the music, and with the help of our buddies.
Yeah, our buddies Mark Capsa and Tim Bailey. They helped us with the arrangement. Generally, what we have is we have Aubrey create a hook melody, and then we'll in the words, and we'll write around that. So that seems like the best way for us to write. Working out.
That's sort of where it came from, and then the song itself is sort of about being happy in a relationship after having some trust issues. So I generally dedicate it to happiness because it can really be about whatever you want.
Yeah. Well, it's a good song. I like the music to it, and I like the words. It's like I said, I played it several times. And I know the folks at home is going to enjoy it, and hopefully they'll go by your website or your page and look it up and go by and purchase themselves to have. It'd be a great song for them.
Thank you so much. Yes, for sure. It's on iTunes, it's on Spotify. So if they wanted to go and check that out, that'd be super cool.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I got mine from Amazon when I got mine, and if they want to go there, wherever they want to go, just definitely need to get it. Okay. What I got to ask you about this because both of you been involved with it and everything. How was the experience with American Idol? Even I know you was there for a short time, but I still love seeing you there.
Thank you. Thank you. I definitely describe my overall experience with American Idol as a positive one. It opened a lot of doors for me. It helped me learn, and at the end of the day, it really helped build my confidence. I met so many amazing people, and it was just a great time. And I went to like 3 different places I never thought I'd go to in like my whole entire lifetime.
What'd you think about it, Russell? I mean, you was right there with her.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was a daunting experience, a lot of travel involved. But I got to meet one of my personal biggest idols, Lionel Richie. And she made that possible for me. And that was just so awesome to meet him and to meet Katy Perry and to meet Luke Bryan. The thing is, just before we went in, I was trying to keep her calm, and I was just about ready to fall apart.
We both were. I actually told the judges I was going to throw up. It was like,
I bet you would. It would have to be nerve wracking.
oh yeah, for sure. I don't think I've ever been more nervous for something in my entire life.
It was right after we left. She looked at me and she said, and it hadn't struck me until then. She said, Dad, she said, those 3 people know me now. And I thought that was just the coolest thing. That's when it really kind of hit me what we had just gone through together. So that was super cool.
But that's true. That's what that's what I think is the coolest thing about these shows, win or not, is the people you get to meet and the exposure you get from it.
Yep.
For sure.
It is. That was the first time they'd been back, since they left and they come back. And not only you, but I think another young lady, Mara Justine. I think both of you kind of got the raw deal. I think they made some bad decisions in that first episode coming back, and hopefully this time around they won't make such crazy decisions.
Yeah. Well, thank you, first of all. But it was really, really great being able to actually meet all these people. Like Bear and we actually hung out at like the lunch table and stuff. He was part of my group. And I hung out with Katie Turner. Like her and I were friends. I had no idea like all the way to the end and stuff. So it's really cool to see all my friends online. Like everyone follows each other. Everyone's doing so well, and it's amazing.
Well, that's great. I'm glad it worked out for you. I know, like I said, I know you was there for a short time, but I'm glad you gained something, for it and everything. You think you would like to do anything like it again? That show or American Idol, or I mean not American Idol, but the Voice. You got AGT, different ones.
Something similar. I feel like one day we got
the show again, but I've been really focusing on being super busy with gigs, and we're trying to produce an EP.
Yeah, get back in the studio and produce some more original music, and just kind of like do shows and promote those and see how things go. We've got some interest from some people, so it's pretty good. I can't go into too many details because nothing's really solidified yet.
Okay. That's yeah. Don't say nothing you shouldn't be saying yet.
So we're talking to some folks.
Can't make empty promises.
That's it. Well, now we're getting kicked off, going good here. I think everybody needs to actually hear you and hear you live. What do you say?
Sounds good to me. Thank you.
All right, let's do it.
All right, we're gonna do "Me and Bob McGee" by Janis Joplin.
Oh, it's one of my favorites.
Bobby comes and Jesus down just before me. Every road is not away from New I pour my heart in and my dirty red thinking. I claim for Bobby sing the blues and with you I was every time hoping Bobby sing mine and you sang every song that I lose. Freedom to another for another ain't nothing baby now. Oh, feeling was either long when it sang the blues. Well, feeling good was good enough for me. Oh, no, nobody. From the Kentucky coal mines to the California sun, yeah, Bobby said the shoes of my soul. Through all my weather, through everything we done, hey, Bobby, baby, kept me from going. So many of them needs to live a life that helps them away to get more at home, and I'll be fine there. But I trade all my tomorrows for one thing on yesterday to be holding Bobby's body next to mine. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Well, that's all that matters to me, oh Lord. Well, feeling good was easy, Lord. When it's been blue, well, feeling good was good enough for me. Oh, oh, me and my Bobby. La 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 la
Yo, they need to go on to hand you that $1 million check now.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, they messed that up big time. I tell you what.
Thank you. You're too kind.
So you say that it has been a benefit to you for being on there? I mean, with gigs and things like that has improved?
Absolutely. It's definitely a bonus to sort of have the American Idol name connected to my name. And it sort of sparks some interest in some different different places, different bands, want me to open up for them.
And mom did a real good job of taking some of that stuff and taking the clips and really building some more of a following for Aubrey online, getting her more followers and doing all that stuff. Plus, she keeps us on track for all of our tour dates. Listen to me. We're gonna all of our dates. I end up double booking everything, and if it wasn't for my wife, I'd probably double book us into oblivion.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, she does a good job. I see her stuff all the time, and that's how I keep up with what's going on with you mostly.
Oh yeah, and that's all her.
Yeah. I mean, not just you, your whole family. I see what's going on. It's great. I love it.
Yeah. You always know what's going on with the Burchell family.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And a week before routine, or seeing Brenna's new state champ, state competition for guard, or
It is. You're a fun family. They could build a TV show around you guys.
Problem is, we're not exactly G-rated.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. That's all right. Yeah, I know y'all been up. See, one of the places she was putting up that I thought was pretty cool. Y'all's hanging out and chilling at the beach someplace.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You had a guitar in your hand and everything. What was y'all hanging out there? Y'all got a gig or something?
We were playing for an organization. It used to be called Beach Street USA down there on Virginia Beach that we actually auditioned for. When was it? February.
Yeah.
And in February we auditioned for it, and we were accepted. So we were fortunate enough after we were accepted to be able to play there almost 2 weeks, almost every single night. They put us up in a hotel room. They paid Aubrey for every evening she entertained, and she got a lot of good exposure because she got to play her original songs.
In front of all kinds of people
All
from
kinds.
everywhere. It was amazing.
Oh, cool. That's good to hear. Yeah. So, I mean, did they like? Did they say anything about calling you to come back or anything?
Yes, they did. They
let us
actually, they were like, "You're really stupid for asking that because we're already planning your song."
Yeah, they had it all mapped out. They said, "Hey, where are you planning on going to college? How about Virginia Tech?"
Hey, there you go. Now you get yourself in the door.
Yeah. I was like, "Do you should I audition again?" They were like, "You don't need a audition."
The nicest group of people ever.
Absolutely,
nice group of
family.
entertainers. It was just a fantastic time. We had a great time.
Go to Virginia Beach for vacation.
I've been out there, but I've never stopped at the beach. Actually, I kind of drove by it, going to another show. Somebody I knew out there, but I never did stop to even just look at it. I just kind of drove by.
Beautiful beach, great place, great place, and great people. Absolutely
Family
fantastic.
place. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is. Has now since all this has started up, you got this extra exposure stuff's happening. Do you both always perform together now, or do you both each have separate things you go do?
It's always just us,
She keeps me way too busy to do anything else.
basically.
Well, that's a good thing, though. That's the way you want it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
For
Hey, you know
sure.
what? If it gets her closer to having a life, doing something that she loves for the rest of her life, even if it's in the business side or whatever, as long as she's close to it, and as long as I have air in my lungs, then we'll just kind of keep on doing it. You know.
Well, yeah, that's what matters. You know, if you love it, you enjoy doing it. You know, if it don't work out one way, maybe you can get into another door some other way and still be a part of it.
Absolutely. It's all about timing. That's like actually what mine is.
It is, and you got one of the best voices on the internet. So I don't know what everybody else is waiting on. You know, I don't know. I just did. So I guess. Have you been playing the guitar for her all her life? I guess, or she always used tracks, or what?
No, well, initially she used to use tracks. I've been playing guitar since I was about 12. But I played a bunch of different kinds of music, including when I was younger, punk rock and heavy metal and stuff like that. And then I got involved in the blues, a little bit of jazz, and she was starting off with tracks singing for charities. And Mom just kind of tapped me on the shoulder one day and says, "Why aren't you playing for her?" And I said, I really didn't have an excuse because I was just playing in this group of guys. We played one show a year, and we weren't really doing a whole bunch. And it turned out that they were the ones that are helping me with her arrangements now. Anyway, so everything worked out, and I'm happy for it. You know, someday she'll find a younger, better picker than me. But for now, what you got?
What was it when she was getting started and everything? Was there something along the lines that kind of kicked it off for you, just where you decided, well, I'd like to keep on doing this, something somewhere?
Well, yeah, it all sort of started just like school functions, right? Like I would get solos here and there, and then we just brought some Adele songs to the studio because we were like, well, I can kind of do this, and might as well put some stuff out there. There's a reason why those videos are no longer on the internet. I did a lot of improving since then, but I've had a lot of very influential people down the line sort of, push me along, from my parents to Jill Urbani, is it Sorrels or Sorrels? Sorrels. She's from the Keynote Cafe. It's been a long and amazing journey, so.
There's been a lot of places that kind of foster the talent in kids, and Aubrey's had the fantastic opportunity to also foster that from other kids at this place called Keynote Cafe. When she referenced Jill's the proprietor there, and she's like basically second grandmother, almost a first grandmother for Aubrey. And she just encourages these young folks to get out there, and even if you do it wrong, doing it is what makes it so special.
Yeah.
And that's what we've been trying to push, and Aubrey still does and hosts an open mic.
I have one tomorrow.
Yeah, she actually has one coming up tomorrow. She does one once a month, and there's all these young kids, and you don't know what kind of talent you have until you try. And sometimes it doesn't come out the first couple times, but by the time you get the third or fourth time, you start really shining, and these kids really come out of their shells up at this place.
I've seen it. I've seen some throughout all this years doing this. I find some that, and I would listen to them and just there's nothing there, and then a year later I said, "Whoa, what happened to you?"
It's an explosion. It just becomes something fantastic.
Confidence. It's crazy what confidence can do.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Speaking of confidence, let's build up everybody else's confidence and give them another song. What do you think?
Oh, sure. Yeah. What song you want to do?
That's a good question.
We have about 3 hours worth.
I know, that's what makes it such a
we'll do one more. I don't know about 3 hours worth.
Okay. Do you have any requests?
Pardon?
Do you have any favorites that we've done?
Oh, I like all of yours. Why don't you can you do the one from Idol that you did on Idol? Because we didn't get to hear it all because part of it was cut.
Yeah.
Which song did I do? Yeah. Okay, well, this is an original. The very first original that I wrote, and it's sort of about my first heartbreak, and this is the song that got me through the Hollywood. So, this is Memory. This is also on iTunes and Spotify. Wish I could say that I hate you for all that you were. Although my heart is bruising, my all these scars, all these memories, they're all I have. You took my hands at the beginning. Probably thought I was innocent. I was so scared I could have died. You held me when I cried. All these memories, they're all I have. Kiss the skies goodbye that we saw when the snow was falling down that December. Oh, the world was in a palm of our hands. Teach me how can you show me happy? Life was like a summer when you loved me, surrounded by warmth. Now I'm cold and lost in your memory. wish I could say I don't miss you. Lord knows I don't want to. I never woke up alone in your arms. I wasn't home. No, wake up and no one's there. You took my innocence away. You said you love me every day. And when the moon came out that night, saw you smiling in its light. Now I wake up and you're not there. So teach me how to again. Show me how to breathe. Like the summer when you love me. Surrounded by royalty, everything is sweet. Now I'm cold and lost in your memory. I wanna drive to your house. I wanna walk up those stairs. Open the door to your room and see that smile. Wish I would stay, but I'm a rolling true. 'Cause I thought I had with you. Now I'm left thinking hopeless. So if you let me, teach me how I can. Show me how to breathe. Well, I'll teach myself to walk again. Remember how to breathe. Well, summer is so summery, but when you're not me, I'll feel the rhythm again. I'll make it think it's sweet. You'll be cold and lost in those memories. So stars goodbye that we said. Hope these words will help you remember how the world was in a palm of our hand.
All right, that was great.
Thank you so much.
It is a good song.
Thank you.
Did you write that one too?
Yes, I did. It's another one of my originals.
All right, well, both of you in on it, or just you, or what?
I wrote the words and the melody here with the guitar player.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. Do y'all have more songs that you're already working on, or?
Oh yeah.
Yes, lots more.
All original stuff.
Backlog.
you planning to take any of them to the recording studio anywhere to get them all done? Any of them?
Here's the plan.
Yeah, we actually we have one that one closer to now that we're going to be starting on real soon in October, and we should have that one finished probably before the end of the year. We may release that one maybe the first quarter of the year, but we do have 3 or 4 others that are waiting in the wings right after that one. Some of that stuff is some stuff that we're talking to some folks about maybe producing, maybe doing a little bit more with, and
Yeah.
we'll just see how that pans out.
Is that all in PA there somewhere?
Yeah, well, the one place is in PA. We talked to some folks in Nashville, and we've also talked to a group out of Cleveland. So there's some folks that are definitely interested. She's definitely caught their ears, and some of them have even heard of her before American Idol, and were just following her online for a while. And they work with folks out of Nashville. They have teams of session musicians that help even with the arrangement and the writing of the music. So we're looking at some of that stuff now too.
Yeah, and if you ever need a hand with anything like that, I got a friend of mine. He does writing. He's a session player, does production, and I'll be more than happy to introduce you at any point. He's a gold record. He's got them all over his wall, so he's got plenty of credits to his name.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, we will probably have to take you up on that, buddy.
All right. But I also noticed when I was, when I'm going through and looking at some of your stuff, you was involved with Rocky Horror Picture Show. Is that right?
I sure was. That was a blast.
It looked like you was having fun. I mean, when was that here recent? Was that recently?
Oh, that was in June.
It was in June.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I seen the pictures and everything. It looked like good. Was that a long running thing or just a one night show or what was it?
It was 2 weekends.
2 weekends?
Yeah, I was lucky enough. I don't know if you're familiar with Rocky Horror.
Not a whole lot. I'm familiar with a lot of the names of a lot of shows, a lot of music with a lot of the shows, but I haven't watched a lot of shows.
Well, if you ever check that out, fair warning, it's pretty messed up.
Is it? Okay.
They were good enough to have her lead into the show and then end the show. She didn't actually do any roles inside.
I basically just set it up and then concluded.
Right.
I sang and performed. And then everyone else was half dressed.
It's a fantastic show. It's a cult classic. It's more for the adults. But she did a fantastic job, knockout job, opening it up, knockout job, ending it out, and everybody who performed in the cast was just
amazing.
All right, Aubrey, are you the only one there that does theater type stuff, or anybody else there does it? Your dad, your sisters, anybody?
Oh, no, one that likes theater here.
That's about it. Okay, that's all right. Ain't nothing
Rocky
wrong
Horror was the exception, though.
Yeah. You got any plans to make videos to any of your new songs?
I absolutely would love to put a visual to anything I possibly can. I try to be as professional as I can be with the art that's behind my my singles, my EP and everything. But I can't promise anything because it takes.
One of the things we're definitely going to try to do through the course of at least the next 4 songs, we're going to pick one song and we're going to try to get a decent video production out of it. That's part of some of the stuff that we're talking to folks about right now, as far as how we're going to package a product, how we're going to produce, and then promote that product. And they said one of the best ways to do it is to put an actual video to the product, decent video with a decent production behind it, because everything's visual nowadays, right? So
yes, it is. That's exactly my point with webcasts.
Yep.
And it's going the same way with everything. No matter what it is, that's people goes to the videos.
Yep.
And people's songs, of course, not everybody puts every song to a video, but it's nice to have 1 or 2 out there. And I think not only that, it lets the listener to see the person who's actually singing it and get a good idea of who they are as an artist, as a person.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Absolutely, it does. So other than that, you got any kind of other plans coming up that you can say about as far as what your career headed to? Where's it headed?
Well, that's sort of what I've been working on at the moment. More original music, sort of trying to expand our audiences, sort of trying to go from just being in PA to Virginia, to West Virginia, to different places in Ohio. And then eventually I just might try out for another show, but we'll just see where it all takes me.
Yeah, well, I like I said, personally, I think you have what it takes to get there. I think it's just maybe just a matter of the right person hearing it. But anybody that can hear it all can certainly tell you can sing.
Thank you so much.
There's no doubt whatsoever. And it's great. And it's great. And then I notice it runs in your family. She may not like me. I don't know what she thinks of it, but Brianna.
Yeah, Brenna.
Your mom put up a video of her. Man, she sounded great. So
I know.
It's got to be something. It's got to be something in the family. So it is.
Yeah, that one she doesn't do it that often, and when she does, boy, I got to tell you, she chokes that up a good bit because I don't get to see her do it that often. When she does, she does a really good job of it, and it comes to her natural, just like it does for Aubrey, and she's just not there yet, and hopefully someday she'll get there where she wants to do it. But right now, she's just wanting to start her first job and do that kind of
regular
thing.
teenager.
Yeah, regular teenager.
And there's not a thing in the world wrong with that. It's you do what you feel like you need to do.
Exactly. Yep.
For sure.
That's it. So why don't you guys tell everybody where they can find your page and find your music again, and so they can follow what's going on.
For sure. Again, I'm Aubrey Burchell, and my music is on Spotify, go ahead, follow me on there. If you feel like you like my music, add me to a playlist. I would really appreciate that. It's on iTunes, it's on Apple Music, all those streaming services that we all know and love. And then I'm Aubrey Burchell on Facebook. I have a page that you can friend, and I have a page that you can like. You could friend me and like the page, and you'll get to see all the upcoming shows.
Where's that page at? Is that on Facebook?
Facebook. That's where
right.
it's just.
And what's the name on that page? Just Aubrey
It's
Burchell
Aubrey Burchell.
or Aubrey
Yeah.
Burchell official? Or
Trust
something
me.
like that?
It's Aubrey Burchell.
Yeah, if you Google it, you'll find her fan page for sure.
Okay,
And,
okay.
Yeah.
It-
And then I have an Instagram, which is Aubsings, AUBCSINGZ, and I have a Twitter, and that's Aubrey Burchell _ Aubrey Burchell.
Aubrey Burchell.
Okay. That's great. Did your dad have anything? Does he got anything for people to find him?
If you follow her, you'll find me.
Okay. I just wanted to give both of you the opportunity out there.
Yeah, no problem. If they look me up online and they want to friend me, they can go ahead and friend me. More than likely, I'm always open to new Facebook friends, but generally what I do is I share her page to whoever follows me, and then they can follow whatever we do because I share whatever she does, and whatever I do is generally whatever she's doing. So, no fun.
What about there in town? I wanted to ask y'all about that. Where y'all live at? Are people there behind y'all pretty good?
Oh yeah, we live in a county just outside of Allegheny County where Pittsburgh is. We're about 15 miles outside of Pittsburgh, but across the border in what's called Westmoreland County. We have lots of support from Allegheny County and from Westmoreland County, but I got to tell you, there was just a huge groundswell of support from Westmoreland County. It's more of a rural county, but there have been some folks that have just taken us under their wings and introduced us to other folks that were able to line up shows for us at wineries.
Bob
and our good friend Bob. He really went to bat for us. I mean, some of these folks, particularly Bob, have just been like living angels to Aubrey,
Sure.
particularly, and their
So
support.
good to me.
And it's just been great. It's just been fantastic. The amount of support we get online is just, and it's everybody local mostly. I mean, there's just a bunch of people local that really got behind her, particularly starting with American Idol, but after they just stuck and grew. I would have thought by now, with the next season coming in, that some of her notoriety would have waned a little bit, but it seems like it's just continuously and steadily growing. So it's been a real blessing for us. So.
For sure.
I'm very glad of that. And I'm always here. I'm always going to be behind you. I've enjoyed you ever since the first ran across you, whatever, how long that's been, I don't know, but.
Oh, that's got to have been years ago.
For sure.
But I do. I really do. And listen, I appreciate both of you being here, and I look forward to more music from you and seeing what happens. I really do.
Right.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for having us on your show today. We really appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much. I definitely want to take time for everyone to again say that go by Aubrey Burchell's channel or go by her fan page, look her up, like her page, go buy her music. You're going to be glad you did. And be sure also, once you do that, go by Stars to Come. Stop by there, and you're going to find more people just as good. Well, maybe not just as good, but close as good as Aubrey. And be sure to check them out and see who you like, and be sure to follow them as well. But until next time, I'll see you again right here on S.I.T E.